Welcome to today's short and sweet chair yoga practice. Grab yourself a sturdy, stable chair on a non-slip surface. You can have bare feet or athletic shoes or non-slip orthopedic shoes. Sit up nice and tall. Take your fingertips down and feel your feet connected to the floor. We're making that connection to the floor, to our stability. As you ground down, push down into one foot and then the other. If you experience numbness or tingly feet, feel your legs as you push down. Feel your muscles engaging. Make that connection to sitting or standing with the feet connected to the floor. And then we're using our sit-up tall muscles to lengthen the spine. So take your back away from the back of the chair. And then we'll do some marching in place just to warm up the core, warm up the legs. Make sure you're breathing nice and deep through this. And then our first balance pose is the eagle. So we'll lift one leg and cross the ankle over the ankle. Squeeze your thighs together, or thigh over thigh. Wrap your legs up. Squeeze your thighs together. Now keep sitting tall. Take your arms out wide. Cross one arm under, one arm over. Now you can choose which arm, but take note of which arm is on top and which one's on bottom. We'll switch them next time around. Now you can wrap yourself into a big hug, or you can wrap your arms into those traditional eagle arms. Sit up tall, drop your shoulders, squeeze everything towards center. Now lift your heel. Keep sitting tall. See how high you can lift that heel. Maybe you take a little bit out of the weight, little weight out of your toes. As you squeeze your thighs together, breathe deep for 3. For 2, keep right on breathing, sitting tall, and unwind slow on 1. Very nice job, my friends. Shake it off a little bit and reposition. Make that connection, feet to floor, sit up tall. Let's march in place again, using those sit up tall muscles. So again, if you're tending to lean towards the back of the chair, keep taking your back away from the back of the chair. This is how we get stronger. We're going to use that same leg again, the one you lifted before. Lift that leg up. Now you can tap toes or lift it up high. Balancing twist. Take your arms out long and turn your whole torso towards that lifted leg. Gaze at eye level. You could stay right here. You could take your hand to your thigh, but keep sitting tall. And then if you want, you can challenge your strength by stretching that top leg out long. Woo, keep sitting tall, keep breathing for 3, for 2, and unwind slow on 1, and set it down with control. Nice job, shake it out. Now we're only saying nice things to ourselves, so if you catch yourself saying something negative to yourself, remind yourself that you showed up for yourself to do yoga today. Sit up tall. We've got one more posture in our chair sequence. This one will step out wider. You can step as wide as you like. And this one is balancing half moon. Lift your arms and lean over towards one side. Now lift a leg. You can tap your toes or you can lift it nice and high. And if you feel stable, tilt to the side. Now this leg is your anchor. That foot stays firmly planted on the floor. This leg can go higher or lower. You can push through the heel, but get really big stretch out, take up space, and then come on back to center. Float your arms down and heel toe your feet back in. Take a breath. Notice how your body feels after doing those things on one side. Let's try it on the other side. All right, ready? We'll march in place. We'll lift the other leg, opposite leg, eagle pose. Ankle over ankle or thigh over thigh. Arms out. Opposite arm goes under as you hug yourself tight or wrap up your arms. Lift your bottom heel. Sit up tall. Squeeze everything towards center. You got this. Breathe deep. Maybe you lift your heel a little higher. Maybe you sit a little taller. And then unwind and set it down. Shake that off a little bit. We're going right back to our marching in place. And then that same leg, make sure you're on the other side. Don't do the same side twice. Opposite leg lifts, balancing twist. Sit up really tall to twist. Rotate towards that top leg. And you can stay right here. You can grab the thigh or challenge your strength by pressing that leg forward. Sit up as tall as you can. Keep breathing for 3, for 2, and unwind slow on 1, and release. Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself good job. We've got one more in our seated sequence. Stepping out wide for balancing half moon. This is your anchor leg. Float your arms up, sit up tall, reach towards that anchor leg, and stretch your other leg out long. You can stay right here, or you can tip to the side. Your toes can tap anytime. They can stay on the floor, or they can lift. Maybe you reach through the heel. Get really big, take up space for 3, 2, and come back slow on 1. Heel toe your feet together. All right. Now you could rewind and do that sequence again if you want, or we could try it standing. Pull your heels in. Can you stand up without using your hands? It's okay if you need to use the chair. Gaze forward. All right. Let's come to one side of the chair. All right. We're going back to that same routine, marching in place. And now we'll lift the outside leg. That's the one that's farther from the chair. Lift your outside leg and then sit down into eagle pose. You can tap your toes or lift them. Take your arm out long, cross to tap your shoulder and squeeze. Now maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you challenge your balance by floating your fingertips away from the chair. Or if you feel very stable, wrap your arms up, squeeze towards center, and unwind slow. Very nice, my friends. Shake it off, stand tall, feel your feet on the floor, and we'll march in place again. Lifting that outside leg, pause here, balancing twist. Take the arm out long, tall spine, and rotate away from the chair towards your lifted leg. Now you could stay right here. You could challenge your balance by floating your fingertips away from the chair, or you could challenge your strength by stretching that lifted leg out long. Ooh, that's hard. Embrace it. Stand up tall for 3, 2, and 1. Unwind. Shake it off. Let's step wide for balancing half moon. Turn your toes towards the chair, hand to hip. Lean towards your chair, and then come up to your toes. Reach your arm out long. You could stay here or lift that leg to any degree. Get big, take up space, stretch it out, expand. Big breath in, and then float back. Shake it off. All right, let's go to the other side of the chair. Balancing things out here. Eagle pose is where we start. Lift one leg and then the other. And then lift your outside leg, the one farther from the chair, and sit down. Now your standing leg is bent. Squeeze everything towards center. Cross arm to shoulder. You can stay here, squeezing towards center. Can you spread your toes? Make sure you're breathing. Maybe you keep a fingertip on the chair. If you feel stable, you could wrap it up. You can tap your toes anytime you want. And then unwind, nice and slow. Very good. Shake it off. You got this. You're on the home stretch now. Let's march in place one more time. And then we'll lift that outside leg. Stand up as tall as you can to twist. Turn away from the chair. You can stay right here. You can challenge your balance by floating your hand away. Maybe just a little hover, maybe a fingertip. Or challenge your strength by stretching that leg long. Breathing deep for 3, 2, and 1. Set it down nice and slow. Shake it off. Swish out your hips. Do a little dance. And then step out wide, balancing half moon. Turn your toes towards the chair. Hand to hip. Reach, reach, reach towards the chair. Tap the top of the chair with your fingertips. Stretch your other arm out long and come up to your toes. You could stay right here. You can lift and lower, or you can lift and hold. You can challenge your balance by floating your hand away from the chair. Maybe just a finger tap. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Get big, expand, and float back on 1. And shake, shake, shake it off. And take a seat. Now maybe you challenge yourself to sit down slow. And then once your sit bones find the chair, feel your feet connected to the floor again. Take a breath. Let's do a couple cat and cow stretches just to cool down a little bit. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, arch your back to cow. Exhale, round into cat. And then sit up tall one more time. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your legs pressing down. Inhale to reach your arms up. Give yourself a big good day stretch. And bring your hands to heart center. Honor your practice and tell yourself thank you for taking this break in your day to care for you in mind, body, and heart. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks for practicing with me.